Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Good, 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 I hope. It's that time of year again. It's coming towards the end of the year, and I've done it for the last 2 years in a row, 2016 and 15, where I just kind of look at the stuff I've obtained this year. I am finished. I'm not buying any more fragrances this year, so it's kind of nice to reflect and look at how my fragrant year has gone, I guess you could call it. I don't know what really. But yeah, it's just kind of nice to have a look. It's like a mini collection video. I know a lot of you guys look forward to this one. I certainly look forward to doing it. It's really fun just to look at the new babies I've added to my collection. So as I say at the beginning of every time I do this, every video, I have reviewed, I'd say 90% of these fragrances. I'll mention the ones I haven't reviewed just so it makes it a bit clearer. But other than that, relax and enjoy the video. So this year I'm going to start with some of the smaller things I got. I have got all my bottles here as well, but I'm going to, there's a couple of things I got as gifts which I think are worth mentioning, and I can also say thank you to the people that sent me them. So these are the kind of smaller things. The first things I'm going to show you are, I have a subscriber called Peter Kokorin, who, by the way, Peter, I'm guessing you're going to watch this. You still haven't told me how to pronounce your surname properly, but you've sent me lots of stuff other than these things, but he sent me a whole bunch of beautiful 3.8ml Guerlain samples. He sent me a lot of them. They're all here. And I'm still yet to try a lot of them, review them, but I wanted to make a point of just saying thank you for these because they're just really beautiful. They are... all of them seem to be the La Maison ones, I think they're called. I'm not sure, but the samples are so lovely. They're massive, so you really can try out a lot of it and really give it a good old go. So yeah, there's La Demetre, Clear Beluga, Le 68, or Le 69, I don't know. Song d'un Bois de Tête, I think that one is. This is fun, isn't it? Eau de Lingerie, Rose Barbare, Mon Precious Nectar, what else? Chamade pour Homme, Eau de Cashmere, L'Heure de Nuit. This is so fun trying to speak French. Neroli Autre Noir, Incense Mythique d'Orient. We won't talk about that one. And also Eau de Lit. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. So much to discover, but thank you so much, Peter. They are so lovely. I've never actually seen Guerlain samples before in my life, so yeah, these are really good fun. Anyway, the next thing I got was, I don't know if you guys have watched recently, but I went to central London and I went perfume sniffing, and I walked into Diptyque, and the lady gave me this giant box of stuff. It's just got so much stuff in it. It had, I think, 4 fragrance samples, lots of creams, but the one I wanted to mention the most is this. This was in this box. It was a 10ml sprayer of L'Ombre dans l'Eau, which is the green tomato leafy type one. It's really cool. It's roses as well. Reviewed, by the way. Yeah, just really cool. So yeah, I was really thankful to get that, as well as all the other stuff, of course. So yeah. Then I got from Notino, this isn't a bottle or anything, and I've not tried any of these yet. It is a sample set from Bond Number 9. There's quite a few in here. Oh look, there they are. All shiny and sparkly. I haven't tried any of them yet. There's the Scent of Peace for him and her, Queens. Oh gosh, I can't remember. But yeah, I've looked at them quite a bit, but I haven't really sprayed any yet. So reviews coming for anyone that likes Bond Number 9 samples, or fragrances, I should say. Let's put those over there. Okay, what else? So I was really grateful to receive this. I was contacted by Imaginary Authors, and they asked me if they could send me their new fragrance, which is called Eau Unknown. So I happily agreed, of course, and they sent me a 10ml spray of that as well. It's got 2 types of tea in it. It's got Lapsang Souchong as well as black tea. It has orris butter. It's really nice. It kind of smells wispy and papery and irisy, but it dries down to something a little bit more rough. So I really like that one too. Also reviewed. Let's get that back in there. This table's going to fill up really quickly. I should say, while I'm getting the next thing, that If you've seen my video from last year, that is not going to stand up. Dude, stand up for me, please. Okay, don't. So, last year I probably would say that I got 90% niche fragrances. This year it's probably about 50-50 split, so it's a lot more varied this year. Probably a little bit more niche than designer, but there's a lot of designer stuff I got this year. So the next bunch I got was from a company called Commodity, and they sent me 3 sets of 10ml sprays of their fragrances. They also sent me 2 more sets of things in smaller sizes, but I gave them away to a friend because they really liked them. So I did a spotlight on this company. These are all 10ml sprays too. They're supposed to kind of be layered, so you're supposed to mix and match and mess around and make your own scent story, they call it, I think, or make your own story. And yeah, they sent me, I think that's pretty much all of the ones they do. They might have about 5 more that I've not tried. This is really awkward to have my hands around the camera and put them in. 1 second. So they sent me their black collection, their white collection, and they sent me their platinum collection as well. So they're fun. I did do a spotlight and the first impressions were really good, but I will say with this brand, I've found that you really do have to actually layer them, because on their own, they leave a bit of something to be desired, and I'm not really sure what that is, but only some of them you can wear on their own, because they do sell them in 100ml bottles as well. But I've discovered that once you start layering them, they do behave a bit better, and they do kind of ramp up the intensity a bit more. They are so not going to stand up. No. So the next presents I got, this is the last little set of little things before I go into the bottles, are from one of my favourite houses, and it's Zoologist. I'm in contact with Victor quite a lot, and because I'm a reviewer, he often asks me, I'm dropping them all over the place, this is very awkward. When they release a new fragrance, he sends me them. So he sent me 10ml of all of the new ones they've released this year, as and when he released them. So I have Elephant, which I really like. It's kind of a sandalwoody, coconut, leafy sort of fragrance. It's really interesting. Then I got Camel, which actually isn't out yet. It's out in 4 days. This is coming out, and it's my favourite they've ever released. Look how much I've used already. This is beautiful. It's kind of myrrh, dried fruits like dates, raisins, plums. It's a little bit like a Moroccan bazaar sort of smell, like a market or something. Yeah, that's that one. I love it. What else? Dragonfly. That one is lovely. That's kind of iris, rice, purple flowers. It's very light, and it reminds me of the wings of the dragonfly. It kind of smells a little bit iridescent. I love it. And then the last one is Panda. They reformulated Panda this year, I think. Did I get this one this year? Maybe I'm getting confused. Anyway, yeah, they reformulated it, and it's kind of got a soil tincture in it. It's earthy, green, but also very fresh at the same time. So I'm really pleased to have all of those. 1 second. So let's go on to the bottles while I have a sip of wine. So the first full bottle I got this year, these are all in order of when I got them as well, by the way, just so you know, because I'm very, very anal like that. So the first one I got was one that I actually smelled last year, but I kind of couldn't get it out of my mind and knew that I really wanted to get it. And it's Halfeti by Penhaligon's. Somebody got me a sample with a bunch of other stuff from Penhaligon's for my birthday last year, and I just couldn't stop thinking about this one. I think it's just probably their best fragrance they've ever made. I'm not sure why. I need to stop banging them on the table because that probably hurts your ears. It's an oud fragrance. It's the first ever oud fragrance that has made me change my mind about oud. I just really love it. It's really intense. It's very powerful. I've not gotten along with a lot of Penhaligon's fragrances, and this one just blew me away when I got it. And yeah, it's very, very cool. So I've only used a bit, but it's very strong, so you don't really need to use that much anyway. So that's that one. Squeaky squeak. The next one I got is by Comme des Garçons, and it's called Florian Tall. This one, I think, actually, in a strange way, is slightly similar to Halfeti. So this one I had a sample of and I just really liked it, so I thought that I would get it. I love the bottle as well, even though it gets fingerprints all over it, but it's like a metallic red. This is plum, incense, dark, flowers, oriental, as you can imagine. I don't think it lasts super long, especially because Comme des Garçons are quite pricey, I think, but I really like the brand. I like how innovative they are, so that's why I got that one. Let me just give it a clean because it looks so ugly. There you go, shiny. Ooh, it looks like a, I don't know what, ladybird or something. Anyway, that's that one. I'll lay that flat, but that's going to be awkward. Their bottles are always awkward. So the next one I'm going to show you is, I'm not sure if this was genius or ridiculous, but there's a fragrance called L'Agent by Agent Provocateur. This is the one I use. I've had this for years, actually. But I was on eBay and there is a charity shop in England called Cancer Research UK. I'm not sure if they're worldwide. They might have Cancer Research other countries. But they have a shop on eBay and occasionally they have fragrances. And I saw L'Agent on there, 100 mils, and it was £15, I think. So I went a little bit crazy and I bought a lot of them because I love it that much. So I bought, well, tons really. I bought 500ml bottles. And I actually bought 6, but I gave one away. So I bought an abundance of L'Agent by Agent Provocateur. I think it's the best fragrance they've ever done. And I heard it was discontinued. So, you know, if you guys love perfume, you know that when you hear about a fragrance being discontinued, your brain goes a little bit crazy and you sometimes go into hoard mode. So that's exactly what I did with that one. So the next one I made a real song and dance about. I think that I actually did 3 videos for this one. I did me going to buy it in the shop, then I did an unboxing and first impressions video, and then I also did a full review. And it's Thierry Mugler Aura. It was kind of splashed all over my channel for a while. My channel turned green. I did so many videos about it. And yeah, I'm still actually getting to grips with this one. I know it's not actually out in some parts of the world yet. I think you guys, a lot of you are going to get it soon. But yeah, I'm still kind of getting to grips with this fragrance. It's, unfortunately for me, it's just a bit too sweet. There's a lot of bourbon vanilla in it. But it's kind of cool, you know. It's kind of green, woody, gourmand. It has a couple of fantasy notes in it. Tiger Liana, which I think might be Tiger Lily, and Wolfwood is the other one, as well as rhubarb leaves and bourbon vanilla and a couple of other things. But this one, to me, I'm still getting used to it, even though I seem to have used quite a bit, I think. But yeah, now that it's really cold, I'm actually, like, you know, really trying this one out properly now. So that one can go over there. There you go, Aura. Off you go. The next one was one of my favourite reviews I've done this year, only because it's one of my most requested, and I've just never done it until this year. So I thought I'd get this one. It is Poison by Christian Dior. Everybody knows what this fragrance is. I'm so bad at lighting. Can somebody come and give me a lesson on how to light my videos, please? I need help. So yeah, Poison. I think everybody knows what that is. Tuberose, plum, incense, darkness, poison, craziness. So I've got that one too. Ooh. And then this next one is actually probably the biggest regret of this year. I haven't reviewed it because I just simply cannot get along with it. I'm not inspired by it. I think it's awful. No offence to anyone that actually wears this. Luckily it's not so expensive, so it wasn't too much of annoyance that I bought it. It wasn't annoyance at all, actually, but it's just, you know. It's called Marusya, and it's by a Russian lady called Slava Zaitsev. This fragrance is so popular in Russia, so I've heard, and the reviews of it are amazing. I think it has been reformulated. I got it to review it, but unfortunately I won't be, only because it really kind of turns my stomach, unfortunately. Let me smell it. Yeah, there's something about that I can't get along with. It's just ouchies to me. So yeah, you can go over there. So the next two I got together in one parcel, and I absolutely love both of these. first one is Jean Paul Gaultier Classic Intense, and the other one is Jean Paul Gaultier Classic Essence. This one I got because one of my friends wore it, or wears it, and it's just a really nice smell. It's very clean, and oh gosh, and the bottle is so cool as well. Look, it's like shiny gold lady. And then this one bottle, also very cool. They're just very awkward to get off. 1 second. There you go. So that's both of them. This one's, the one on the right is kind of orange blossomy vanilla. It's kind of like an orange creamsicle, I described it as. But the bottle's awesome. It's really cool. So I got both of them at the same time. This one I still have trouble describing, actually. It's, I don't know, to me it smells like shampoo and coconuts and clean. I don't know, it's a really tough one. My review was very tough, but they've both been reviewed if you care to go and watch them. So the next one was a gift. Oh no, actually, I've missed one. This is Ginger by Lush. I got a 30ml of this. It was a limited edition on their website, and I was always a fan of Ginger. Their ginger scented products, and they used to sell a perfume of it, and then they stopped, and this was a limited edition, so I snapped it up. I'm gonna smell it now. It really takes me back to my days of working at Lush. It's very spicy, it's quite intense actually, but I just really love that one. The next one was a gift. I have to say thank you to Jennifer McRae, another subscriber of mine, and also she's a member of my Facebook group, Out From My No Smelly Friends. Go and check it out if you want to. She sent me a massive bottle of Red Cap by Dolce Gabbana because she knows I love it, and she couldn't get along with it really. It's the newest formula, which I think's okay. I mean, I don't think it's bad at all. So yeah, she sent me that, and I love it. I've got lots of it already, but you can never have enough Red Cap in my opinion. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I actually did a fun-ish video. The gold on this always gets so marked. I did quite a fun video on this recently. It was a spotlight video on the different formulas of Red Cap over the years. So if you're a fan of that fragrance and you want to know a little bit more about it, I did as much research as I could. And yeah, it came out okay, I think. I went through the years and the differences between the formulas and what they smell like, so go and check it out. So the next one I got, because I knew it was going to be getting cold soon, and I've wanted it for a long while, is Eau de Parfum by Hermes. If you can see that, there you go. I got a little one. I think they've actually reformulated this as well. I'm not sure because I wore it many years ago and it was really potent, and this one doesn't seem to be as potent, but I just adore the bottle. I've always loved the bottle of it with the little kind of twinkles behind it. It's like peppery oranges, I describe it as. So it's kind of masculine, but also it's actually for women. It's supposed to be, but a lot of men wear this. It's very, I think it's completely unisex. So it's kind of, yeah, peppery oranges. It's quite dry, this fragrance, and I really enjoy wearing it. I need to wear it more now that it's gotten colder, because it suits that kind of weather, I think. The next one I got was another Mugler. I got 3 new Muglers this year, and it's Angel Muse. This one is so cool. I don't know, this one's fun. It's very chocolatey, very nutty, with a base of the original Angel, and I've worn this a couple of times in cold weather, and it just really, really works. I really like this one. The bottle's awesome as well, and everything has fingerprints on. 1 second. Aren't perfumes so annoying to keep clean? Anyway, yes, that's Angel Muse. I got the 50ml one. They do it now in a bigger one. I think they do maybe 100ml one or 90ml one of it. Yeah, that is so lovely. It's one of the best Angel flankers I think they've done since Le Cure, which is my favourite. So let's put that there. The next one for me is I would say a kind of unsuccessful blind buy. I read a lot of reviews about this one and everyone said it was really cool, so I bought it and reviewed it. I don't hate it, it just didn't smell like I thought it was going to smell, and it's Elixir by Penhaligon's. It's no way as good as Halfeti to my nose. It's kind of gingery and spicy in the opening. It's got some resins in it, but it still feels quite light. I wanted it to be heavy. I really like my heavy dark stuff. And the bottle's still really cute though, and it's probably my favourite box too, with all the gold and red. I think it's really nice. But yeah, that's Elixir. Not really sure about that one. I think I might sell it. Sorry Elixir, but that's just the way it goes. So the next one is another Mugler that I got. This is the third and final Mugler I got this year. It is Alien Eau Extraordinaire. And this is what they call I guess the summery Alien. It's got lots of tea in it, lots of citruses. It's a lighter one, and they exchanged the jasmine in it for tiare flower, which is a bit more tropical, a bit lighter. And I've used a lot of that. I really, really like this. I can't wait till it gets warmer again to wear it properly. But I got the big bottle of that, the 90ml one, because it is lighter. You do have to spray it a bit more, I think. But the bottle's adorable. Well, not adorable, but it's just kind of cool. It does look like something from another world. So there's only 2 left. There's actually 3, but one of them is on the way. I haven't got it yet. These are the things I got the most recently. This one here is my final unsuccessful blind buy of the year, and I'm also going to sell this one. It is Full Incense. Oh, that's really, really bright. Full Incense by Montel. My first ever full bottle Montel purchase. It was really silly of me to buy it because I don't really get along with the brand on any other day, so I'm not sure why I did it. Again, I read some really good reviews. I thought it would be up my street because I love incense, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. The reason why? It's not as heavy as I want it to be. Again, I'm a heavy fragrance whore, and I've also got Sahara Noir by Tom Ford, which scratches that itch, that incense itch that I really love. This feels like a little bit like Sahara Noir, but it's not as full-bodied as I wanted it to be, so I blind bought that, and I will never blind buy again. I've definitely learnt my lesson. And finally, the last thing I got this year, there's one more but I don't have it, is another Serge Lutens, the 4th one I've added to my collection, and it's À la Nuit. Sorry about the lighting, guys, I'm so crap. À la Nuit, it's their Jasmine Soliflor. I haven't reviewed this yet. I also haven't reviewed Montel. This is I would call it a Jasmine Soliflor. It's got 3 types of jasmine in it. It's quite simple, it's quite kind of unadulterated jasmine, and I wanted a fragrance like that in my collection. I do have Lust by Lush, but that's really super powerful and scary. But this is a little bit more crisp, well, a lot more crisp actually. So I'll be wearing this in summer a lot, I'm guessing. But I really like Serge Lutens. They could be hit or miss, but the 4 that I own, I really, really like. So that's pretty much it. The last one that I have coming, but I don't have yet, is Junkie by Jardins d'Ecrivain. I can't wait to get it. It's actually on its way, so that will be reviewed very soon. I literally adore it. It's one of my favourite discoveries of this year, and I will be getting it very soon, but it can't be in the video, unfortunately. Sorry, Junkie. You'll be here soon. So that's it, guys. That's everything I've bought this year. It's quite a lot, I think. It's not as much as other years, like last year, or maybe 2015 was the biggest year, but I'm starting to kind of hone my taste a lot more now, I think. So yeah, I like what I have, apart from a couple. So they will be passed on to people, given away, or maybe sold, depending on what happens. But that's it. I'll see you guys soon for another review. I'm out on my own, click my logo, which should be just there. I do reviews all the time if you've never watched me before. Yeah, just come and check them out. Love you guys, bye, have a nice December, bye.